What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's JC Sims here, and my mouth is so dry. Much better. I am so sorry if you can hear a dog barking and crying its head off. My cousin has a dog who doesn't shut up when people leave. But today I am so excited about this build. This is going to be my London, but not even just London, more just United Kingdom inspired build in general. I've noticed that in the Sims Twitter community, a lot of the people that I follow and follow me are from the UK. Even Softy Sims, who won my last Twitter giveaway, she's from the UK. I just have noticed a lot of UK influence in my life. I watch Devin Bumpkin religiously. Like, every time he uploads a video, I watch it within 20 minutes that he's uploaded it. So I've never been outside of America. I'm from America, so I don't really know 100% what things look like. I don't know if I'm getting this correct. Let me know if I'm not, if there's anything to change. But I've looked at a lot of pictures, taken a lot of inspiration from builds that I've seen online myself. And I also really love building townhomes and apartments and kind of row houses like this. So this is a row of flats that I guess not flats, they're actual homes that people have bought. They're just attached. I'm just so used to being in America where our idea of grandeur and stuff like that is square footage, like horizontally, whereas in other countries, upon doing my research, we think that houses that look like this aren't so big, but they're so big in terms of the fact that they have 4 and 5 floors, whereas in America, houses really, the biggest houses you see, the mansions you see, really only ever cap out at 3 floors. So in other countries, houses are bigger vertically. In America, houses are bigger horizontally. And I really learned that in this build. I was looking at it like, it looks a little tight, but then I went in and I'm like, I have 4 floors of space to fill. So it really didn't matter. I love these apartments. I'm not sure what I'm going to call these yet. I don't just want to call them UK home or London townhomes, or I don't want to do that. I want to call them actual, like a name that has an English connotation to it. But 3 of them are like classic styled, and then this one on the end that I'm working with now, I decided that since the new pack came out, it's more of an eco home. So this person or these people inside of it, I don't know who's inside of it yet. I haven't done stories for that yet, but the people who own the home on the right, they have completely kind of eco-renovated their home and used a lot of recycled metals to do a lot of those pop-out windows. As you'll see, I put a lot more on there, on the one on the right later in the build, but the rest of them are just amazing. Upon research, I've learned that a lot of homes in England are brick. So I wanted to use a lot of brick. I love using brick anyways, so that was no problem for me. But a lot of homes in England are made out of brick, which make them a lot sturdier than homes in America that tend to be glued together with wishes and dreams, because I cannot tell you how many apartment buildings or townhomes I've been in where, you know, you're paying all this money in rent and everything's falling apart. But that's besides the point. We are working on, I think, is my favorite townhome of all of them, which is the second one to the left. It is this white, very classy, it reminds me of like Fifth Avenue in New York almost type of townhome. I love this one. I see this being very bougie, all white, very classy, modern, and traditional as well, mixes of both. But that also brings me to my next point of business about this. I am going to be uploading these in separate parts. So this part is just a speed build focused on the building. So I didn't really cut out a lot. I only sped this up I think like 2 times anyways. It's not very fast. And then in the next few days I'm going to be uploading um, single parts of me furnishing each home separately. I think I'm going to do it in a little bit more sped up than real time and do a voiceover just because I'm still having an issue with like my mouse being very loud and I can't stand the noise of that, which is why I haven't continued my Let's Build Jersey Shore, because when I watch other people's gaming and Let's Play and stuff, I can't hear their mouse clicking, and I have been researching, like, is there a mouse that's silent? I don't know. I need to research a little bit more, but that's why I'm just going to speed it up, I think, a little bit more than real time and do a voiceover over the furnishing. And so after this part today, there will be 4 more parts of me furnishing all of these apartments. Or homes. I'm sorry. It's going to take me like a while to not say apartments because I'm so used to like rented out townhomes where I live. But yes, the framework for all the houses is pretty much done. I don't really have an idea for style besides the white one. Well, the 2 white ones, I guess. The classier, more traditional one right to the right of the one we're doing now, and that modern one. Those are really the only ones that I have a style picked out for. I'm thinking that the one that we're doing right now, I want to be kind of industrial-ish. I don't really know. Not modern, but like industrial. So I guess more rustic, like the laundry day stuff mixed with the eco style. I love the eco lifestyle stuff. And then the apartment at the right, I know I'm just gonna just drip it in eco lifestyle stuff. This one is not pack specific either. This is just going to be everything that I have. Also, all of the packs are on sale. Expansion packs, stuff packs, game packs are on sale, and I only need to get stuff packs. I have about 8 stuff packs that I need to get just because I used to be that type with Sims 2 and 3. I bought everything the day it came out. Whereas there was a big gap with me in Sims 4 when I went to college where I wasn't playing that much. I would still buy the expansion packs because they're expansion packs, but I wouldn't feel the need to buy the stuff packs, so I'm really behind in stuff packs. So while they're on sale, I might take advantage of that before I start filming the parts where I furnish. So I apologize if you don't have all these packs, but I love this build so far. Like I say this every time, this is one of my favorite builds, but I really, really love this build. I love building attached homes anyways. I've built homes like this a lot in my personal game, but never like with this much detail. So yes, I love that red door. This used a lot of Discover University objects because Discover University, I'm pretty sure the why can I not think of what the town is called? I'm still blanking, but that town is inspired by a town in the UK. So it has like all the objects were just perfect and matched perfectly with the reference pictures that I looked up. I didn't really copy at all with the reference pictures. I tried to at first. There was a really awesome townhouse that had like a cutout in it for like a carport, and I tried to copy it like exactly, and it just wasn't working. So I just took inspiration and ran with it. I love this. I really do. It looks so good to me. I was working on a base game only build, and I started failing miserably. I couldn't really pick a style that I really liked, so I'm still brainstorming with that video, and I will get a base game only build out within the next week or so. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I hate being limited with my packs. I will say though, again, this is another build. As of now, with the build stuff on it, there is no custom content. So if anyone would like me to upload this house like as it is with a shell, I will. But I am planning on leaving it just no custom content, which is kind of why I want to buy some of the stuff packs that are on sale, because I do want to do a few builds that aren't so heavy in custom content, because I know myself, once I start with one piece of custom content, why not just put a few more, you know, and I'll just end up going overboard and the whole thing will just be custom content overload. I don't want to do that. So as of right now, I am planning on making this build CC free, but surprise, surprise, not pack specific. But I can, like I said, let me know if you want me to upload this just like as a shell with just the windows, because all of the rooms are also separated on the inside. So when I go to do the next parts, the only thing that I will do is the furnishing and picking out walls and floors and stuff, because all the layouts on the inside are furnished, not furnished, but finished, and you will see that in this part. And I need a drink of water. I can't. I think when I go back and watch my videos over, I'm like, my voice sounds kind of weird, and I think it's because I don't drink water when I'm filming, so I'm just talking and talking and talking, and then, you know, my mouth gets a little dry. So I'm keeping water by me, because also it's the morning and I just woke up. I built this last night. It took me until I actually sat down and built the whole shell in one sitting. It took me until about 1 in the morning, and then I sat and I did all of the speeding up and cutting out of the parts last night until about 3, and now I'm doing the voiceover, and it will go out today before 2 p.m. American time. It should, unless I get caught up. But yes, we're just detailing a little bit of the industrial modern rebuild over here. I really like this build. You're gonna, I think, see what I did with the roof. I cut out most of it because it started giving me a lot of problems, but I wanted the top to be a green roof, so I wanted to use the new roof patterns from Eco Lifestyle as well. So half of the roof is like functional, and you can come up here and chill. I'm gonna put like an outside area up here, and then it kind of slopes up into the new grass roof that you see I just placed down. And then I also put at the top is that overhang. I cut it out because it was so finicky. I put like a glass continuation. So I'm gonna put plants. It's gonna look really, really good. I love the detail that went into these townhouses. I didn't want them all to be so similar, because when I build townhomes like American style in The Sims, our townhomes that you see, they're all very the same. They might have different color siding, but all the townhomes like are exact carbon copies of each other. And what I've seen with the pictures I've looked at is, even though they're attached, every home has its own character. So it's very easy for me to see American homes and be like townhomes, but even though they're attached in places like London and, you know, wherever, they have their own personality, you know, house by house, rather than being so uniform and boring. But I love what I did with the bay window right there. I was just going to do a square window, and then I was like, why don't I use the diagonal walls and then use the Eco Lifestyle windows so it looks like it's bulging out. It looks so good. I love that. I thought about doing these windows, but they didn't look good. I went back to the bulging out windows. Do not worry. They looked so good. They lined up perfectly, and it ended up looking like a rectangle, even though it was a diagonal wall. And I think I can go ahead and put a, what's it called? A bay seat in here. So this part of the house took me forever. The stairs for all 4 of them. I wanted elaborate stairs, but then I thought the more elaborate that I go, and like I start using 3 tile, 4 tile stairs and spiral staircases, these homes are very thin, so I'm taking out space on the sides. So I really liked what I did with all of the stairs. The house to the right of the one I'm working with now does use a 3, like it takes up, the stairs do take up a lot of the house, but what I have in my head, it works, what I'm going to do with the house. And like I said, all of these homes have 4 stories, every single one. The two with the flat roof have more room on the fourth floor, but even the ones with the fourth floors and the roof have a lot of room. I think one of them ends up being a master suite, so these have a lot of room. I've been kind of shying myself away from builds that are huge and expansive, and I'm over here like stressing myself out with how to furnish them. I'm kind of being more like cozy and tidy with my builds. So as you saw, I was trying to do like a 3 tile like grand staircase moment, because that's what I do in my houses. I love a good chandelier that pokes down in between, but like I said, it was going to take away way too much from the space that I needed for bedrooms and other things, so I just took that out. I also love what I did over here. I did like the stairwell on top of each other type of look. Each staircase in each home is different, so I like what I did with this one. Very simple, but very row home esque. I don't know. I don't know what words I'm using. I'm trying to get better at my styles and Victorians and craftsmen's and things like that, since now I build and commentate while I build, but I'm learning, okay? Another water break. One thing, I need to stop saying as well. I notice when I watch my videos, I'm like, ugh, stop saying But right here, I tried to do a grand staircase moment and failed. But this one, I played around with it a lot to make it a whole open staircase at the bottom. I had to like delete the floors, as you see, and I'm going to add them back. I don't know how I did it, because I went to try to do it on other ones and I didn't know what I was doing. So I don't know, but it's like an open air kind of staircase. I don't know how I did that, but I managed to pull it up. I like accidentally did it. I deleted the I deleted the floors and the stairs didn't go away, and I was like, okay, well, let me just add the floors back and see what happens. And it works. I haven't play tested because I haven't furnished the inside of any of these yet, but it should work. Yeah, I love all the stairs. And this is the stairwell that gave me hell, because I had ran out of like styles. I wanted to do something different, and so I wrapped the stairwell around a pillar instead of, so it does take up 3, and it definitely took up a lot of space. That little 1 tile of space was a lot, but it ended up working out when I did the layout and things. But now that we are done with the stairwells, we are on to the layouts. So some of them have very open floor plans, some of them have kitchens that are closed off. Like I said, I wanted each of them to be different. No 2 of these homes are the same at all. I remember I did like a New York style Brooklyn, and when I say it was an exact carbon copy of each apartment, it really was, and I just switched up the walls. I didn't want it to be like this in this one at all. You can see I kind of cut off some of the upstairs when I did with the modern one, because I played around with the modern I played around with the modern home a lot, because I didn't want it to look out of place. I still wanted it to look like it used to be, a traditional looking home, but they renovated it. So I used some of the eco lifestyle stuff. I used a lot of it, actually. I used some of the Moschino, like lofty windows, and I think I got the look that I was going for. But these are the patios that are going in. I will also, when I go in and film me furnishing each separate one, obviously I will do the patios and the landscaping for each separate apartment. Damn. Here we go. Each separate home. So I'm talking about the fronts, the window baskets, anything furnished I will do by home. So that's why it kind of looks a little bare now, because I legitimately just wanted to do the shell and just all that. So all that we have left to do is now furnish. Now I'm going and making this more of a city thing. I'm building this in Magnolia Promenade. I know that a lot of people have their opinions on Magnolia Promenade. I love Magnolia Promenade for builds like this. There's only 4 lots in the whole world, but if you use multi-purpose lots, I tend to have one lot be like this, whether it's apartments or row homes, and then all the other ones are multi-lots. So I had one, it was like a movie theater and restaurant and bar, and then another one, it was like a nightclub and this, and then you realize now, even though you have 4 lots, you have 10 plus different utilizations that you could do at this place. So it's all about perspective. I'm so sorry about this dog. I went and listened to the voiceover a little bit, and I can't. I'm so sorry, but I have to get this voiceover done. Don't mind the dog. It stops for a second and then it just starts up again. I don't know what's going on. But yes, now I'm working on the back doors for all of the places. I do not like working... Okay. I do not like working in medium height. I only like working in short height, mainly because of not how it looks like from the outside when you're putting windows, but when you start putting things like kitchen counters and cabinets in, it looks kind of weird. So I tend to not use medium height walls, but in this build I wanted it to be a little taller, and also some of the Discover University windows required a taller wall height, and it just looked better than the short height stuff. So I bit the bullet, and the first 2 levels are medium height, and then the top 2 levels are short height. So it's a little bit of a compromise. I didn't want to do full medium height, but I do like the first 2 floors being medium height. There's an awning from Eco Lifestyle. I love her. She is gorgeous. We love that awning. Didn't love that seashell awning, though. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. Yes. I struggled with the windows on this apartment that I'm doing now. It ended up being my favorite apartment with the red door, but when you have 4 different homes in one lot and you're trying not to use the same window or door twice, it gets hard because there's only so many doors and windows that I like in The Sims. But I ended up really, really liking the door and window choices that I went with. I used University, and then I used that, I think that's from Laundry Day, the kind of patio window. I love that window. I use that window to death. I had to retire it from my brain so I would stop using it, but it's back. It's made a return in my YouTube. Yes, so all of these, there's so many bedrooms in these houses. This one, I'm trying to look and see what I did. Okay, so this one on the end has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on this level. You go upstairs, and then this, I remember, I'm pretty sure I made a master suite. So it wraps around. The whole thing is like a bedroom and bathroom and that type of thing. So that is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms so far. And then I think upstairs, upstairs I just made it an office area with another bathroom. So there's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms in the first one. This second one, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. I just built it last night, but I'm still trying to remember what I did. So this one has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom on the second floor. And then I remember this one is a whole master suite. It completely, you come up the stairs and that's it. There's double doors for the master suite. And it just wraps all the way around. Very luxurious. So this one has 1. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Trying to get everything. I think each, instead of wasting time, I know for a fact each home has at least 3 bedrooms. So you can, if you turn on the cheat or whatever to raise the limit, you can have at least 12 people live here at minimum, and each person will have a bedroom. But if not, you can turn some of the bedrooms into offices and still have that, keep it with the 8, like maybe have 2 people per apartment. I don't know. Do whatever you want with this. I'm not judging, but they're big. They're really big. There's a lot of bedrooms. Everyone has a kitchen, living room, and then there's also, I didn't even mention this, there are also 2 underground level, like flat type of deals. I don't know, because like there's already so many bedrooms that who's going to use the flats, so I might make it like a basement of the apartment. I'm sorry, I'm all a mess. I might make it like a basement of the house that it's attached to. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably just end up making them flats more for realism, and then if you want to play, you can raise the, whatever. Or I think if you use the roommate system, you can have more than 8 people since you don't control them. Don't hold me for that one. I'm not too sure. But yes, there's a lot of space. Basically, that's what I was trying to say for the last 10 minutes. There's a shit ton of space in this house. Like I said, vertically. Just keep going up, and there's more bedrooms. Now I'm trying to kind of detail around the back. I felt like the backs of these looked a little flat, so I'm trying to detail the back, put some balconies on the back, and I think it ended up looking really, 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 really good. I feel like I say that about all my builds, and I feel like I always kind of, when I'm building, I'm hard on myself, because I'm like, this has to be perfect, and I'm like, when I think about it, I'm like, perfect for who? Like, as long as I like the build, that's all that matters. And I really like this build. I really like all of my builds. I think that I'm only getting better as a builder. You could think that you're so good at building, but you can always improve. I've seen some like crazy builds on Twitter, and sometimes I get discouraged. I'm like, I don't really build like that, but that's because, big, elaborate, castles and that's not really my style. So I realized that I have a style, and this is what it is. This is what I like, and I'm not going to change that for anybody. Yeah, I don't know where that little rant came from, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure, and from, not even from other simmers, but just from yourself. Like, you see all these amazing builds, you're like, well, why don't I build like that? And it's because everyone has a different style, You're not going to build, like, the same as, like, your idol, They build the way they build, you build the way you build, There's probably, if they watch your videos, they might look at your videos and say, wow, I wish I, did that like them. So style is subjective, building is subjective in The Sims, and, you can do what you want. End of story. Here we are. I'm not going to lie, I forgot that I was supposed to make the rooftop accessible, so I spent like 10 minutes trying to put like a staircase up there. It's going to look terrible. I completely forgot about the fact that we had ladders now. Like, completely forgot. So you can access the rooftop on this edge apartment with the ladder on the balcony. And now I'm just kind of trying to play around with the windows and things. I wanted a wall of windows, but I wanted it just to look right, and I went with the new windows from Eco Lifestyle. I know that we have windows, like floor to ceiling length windows that come with base game, but these are called the Thindos, and they're called Thindos for a reason. They have a really nice thin bezel, so I just use the Eco Lifestyle ones. Obviously, if you don't have Eco Lifestyle, you can change them for the base game ones. And here I am putting some more pocketing on the windows with the corrugated metal type of material around it, so it looks like they actually put those on themselves, and I actually put a long one on the back to balance it out on the second floor. It looks really nice. I really liked it. It's weird how when I start building something, I think I said this in my last video, I sit there and I'm like, ugh, for a little bit, and then as I was building this, like, the inspiration just kind of kept coming and coming and coming, and I just started adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff, and it came out really good. So I'm liking it so far. Stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be tomorrow. I might go ahead and upload like a second one today because it's earlier in the day, but we'll see. And on the back, I decided not to do the floor to ceiling windows because I still wanted it to be like homey. I didn't want it to be too Hollywood Hills, whatever. So I used the Moschino industrial type windows mixed with the floor to ceiling. But yes, I also come in and I fix this one. I wanted this to be the master suite, so you come in and there's like a hallway with the bathroom. I think it looks really sweet. It's going to look really cool when I decorate it, I think. Which took me, I think, to the next... Yeah, this is the roof portion, and I put like a cool little nook. This might change because I want it to be... I've seen how people do the glass windows, and then they put like an attic underneath. That's what I want to do up here, is like put a glass roof right there and like put chairs and stuff. So before the part with this apartment, I might do that. But right now I do like this little nook thing I did back here off the back. So good differentiation from all the rectangularness that we have in this build. But yes, it's definitely starting to come together. Once I add these balconies to the back here, I think it really perfected the build on the outside, because it adds a lot more dimension in the back, and I love it. I love how towering it is. I can just imagine like sitting out here on my balcony and my neighbor's over there on, the third floor of hers, and I'm like, hey girl, I would love to live somewhere like this. And I think I've just had so much London, United Kingdom, UK, England, all that inspiration. I'm like, I kind of want to like move there. So maybe I might plan a trip first, but who knows? Maybe I might relocate out of the United States one day. I don't know, because all of the people from the UK that I've been watching and interacting with on Twitter have just been the nicest, sweetest, funniest people. Like, you people are so funny over there. I love it. So this build is for y'all. Just putting some windows. I love these university windows. I don't know why I don't use these so much, the ones with the shutters. They look so good. And then when the build separates from brick to like a black, I think I used a black brick. Yes. It's like a painted over black brick. I used white windows up there to kind of change the contrast. And then this is a weird glitch that I had. The window was not like in anything's way, but I could not put it down unless it was in the way of the stairs. I'm not sure, but I had to leave that part in to show you guys. I don't know if that's a glitch you have, but now that I've quit the game, I might go back in when I start furnishing and see kind of what's up, if it's been fixed, if that was just a weird little glitch. But I don't like that because I didn't like how high the windows set up. But yes, this is the end of the first part of the speed build. I feel like I talked a lot in this and I didn't even like talk about the build aspects, but I will be back tomorrow or today to do the first apartment. I'm not sure if I'm going to go in order or not, but we will see. And yes, stay tuned, you guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment, subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you for the next part. Bye, guys.